welcome back. Oh God, for me it's a few days later. So where did I end it? Yeah, with this piece right here. So I put these together, and does it need it to be as well on here? I don't know. Let's check it out. Yeah, I think it's needed, but on the other hand, it will stay put. It will be glued down. So I don't think it's needed. Is it needed? Well, maybe the edge looks maybe nicer. So yeah, let's do that. Alright, so let's see. I also need these pieces on here. And I only have 3 long ones. So fast it goes with these pieces. But first I want to have this piece, but I don't see that I have left that fits. So I need to make a few more hinges. But let me first add this piece on here. Here we go. Always cut down a little from the fold line, but not anything from the fold line. You definitely don't want to. So we're just gonna place this down. Definitely the fold line in the middle. Bunch it down. And then bend it so you will have a nice edge right here. Do that right here as well. Cut it corner. Cut it corner. You cut it shorter. God, I wish that my talking would be better each week, but it's definitely not. So I hope, I don't think that will do in the next months, but have to do with it this year. I guess. I think the how you call the thing that's above in your mouth, that big, yeah, and the Dutch word I know, but the English word I have no clue how you call it. But that big plate where your tongue is normally moving against, that is my biggest problem with talking, I guess. I don't know if that's the biggest problem. Tomorrow, oh my god, last week it was an very upsetting week. I don't even remember how much I told or how less I have told. I have no clue. If you even want to know. That's also a thing. Not everybody wants to know how my journey goes. So I'm just gonna put this up here. And then I'm just gonna move, just gonna cut down this a little tiny bit so it fits better. Here we go. So I have my fold line nicely above. There we go. Still bend it. Yep, we still can bend it. It's gonna be tighter, I guess, but harder the better. Yep, so I only need to make 1 hinge extra for the other one. So, yeah, I definitely want to tell everything what happened last week, but did I mention that I had a second opinion last week? I don't know if I told you that. I'm gonna try to tell things in short, not the complete story, every detail. Especially for those, if I did tell, I can't remember. Did I? I did film last week, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Alright. Here is my hinge. But yeah, for those who does not want to hear my things, then you always can skip it. I'm just gonna finish this till it's ready. So so I went back to the person who made my denture, my lower and upper denture, and told him that it was no good fitting and everything, and he told me it's just an immediate denture. Well, yeah, I know it's just a immediate denture, but I need to walk with it 12 months, and I think I already told you this, but anyways, I did not get very much a good service, and last week I went to a second opinion and I got my rights. They measured everything and they told me, yes, it is not a good immediate. Your back teeth will not fit correctly, so what you feel is not in your head. Thank the Lord for that. It's not in my head. I'm not a nagging person. I feel what I feel. So I called them and asked them, well, everybody says that that it does not fit, so I like that you are going to remake it, because the second opinion could also remake it, but 850 euros, guys. That I don't pay, of course, for something that is not made well. That was for the second opinion dentist, who told me if they could fix it, but then the price was that much. So I told him, thank you very much for the advice. Now at least I know that it's not in my head, so I'm gonna go back where the person who made it, and the second opinion dentist also told me that once they remake it, and if I want, then I could go back for the other refills for the rest of the 12 months that I need to have this immediate denture. So even they did not make this denture, they still want to give the service to continuing the rest. So what happened actually is that I went back to the denture that made my immediate dentures, and they finally, well, I went to there. I did a call last Friday because I had an appointment in the same city. So I was thinking, Diane, you better can go right away to them, to that dentist, to tell the things that you are annoying about. instead of calling, because calling I could not get any service whatsoever. So I went. I'm going to tell you this. You can just skip this. Wait, you just can skip this. So I went back and I was very upset while they did not call me whatsoever and to tell me how we gonna fix this. So I went back and I went to the desk and told my story in short. And well, they were, oh, wait, oh, we apologize, and oh, boop, 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 yeah, boop, 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 boop. When you go visit them, then you get something done. And so another person saw me, listened to me, watched to the dentures, and he get the person who made it. And they were agreeing absolutely that it was not fitting. They measured, why not the first time? They measured the same thing as the second opinion denture did. Denture, yeah, I don't know how all those persons called, but the second opinion measured, and now they finally measured the person who made it as well. They never did first. And now they agree. Why do I first need to say I went to a second opinion, fix mine because you did not make a good one? Why? Well, you have to talk. You have to talk to yourself. Come up for your rights. Otherwise, you can't do anything. So yeah, that was pretty much what was happening. See, now this nicely fits on it, so it stays on its place, and it will be better if this is on, so you don't need to go all the way around. It's only needed right here. That's enough. Yeah, that's enough. You don't need to go all the way around. So yeah, they are going to fix it. Long story short, they are going to fix it. I don't have my below denture in because I needed to leave them, and tomorrow I can pick it up. So it's been now 3 days fully that I do not have my below denture in, and so that is also a thing that the talking you will hear. So I hope tomorrow when I'm going to pick it up that finally the talking is going to be better, I hope. But yeah, still I have a feeling that the upper denture, but I'm gonna ask tomorrow if they can fix that also a little bit, so my tongue is a little bit more, having a little bit more space. I don't know. But anyway, I'm gonna try. But the lower denture is going to be fixed tomorrow, so pray for me that it finally is better, that I can have my back teeth, that it's going to be a good fit, because the back teeth were way too tight. You can imagine if you have your lips sealed, just relaxed, sealed, just shut your lips, then your back teeth up and below are not touching each other, and mine did. Every single time when I close my mouth, and in the past my parents taught me to eat with my mouth shut, that I could not do with these dentures. I absolutely do not. And you even hear me talking with the back teeth clicking on each other. That is no good. My jaw hurts, my neck hurts, I get a headache of it because the jaw muscles are too tight. So that was my biggest issue, and the below teeth of my below denture are way too much in front. If these are the teeth, then they are not lifting like this straight, but they are like this. So it was way too much forward. So my lip could not go over this teeth who are pointing in front, not up but in front. So my below lip needed to go way up to close my upper lip nice and tight. So oh my god, it looks horrible, it feels horrible, and then those back teeth, so it was horrible. Anyways, that was the little story. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh, this gonna take so long. Anyways, So what's next? What's next? What can we do first, guys? Let me think about that for just a second. Okay guys, so I have my first set of papers and oh, by the way, oh my gosh, look at my new nails. Oh, I love these. I tried to find a nice blue that fit with this collection. Oh, I'm obsessed. I love it. Look at all these little details. Oh, wow. I have the best nail artist ever. Anyway, so you need to do first the outside. So this I also not gonna glue in first. So we're just gonna leave that here. So I'm gonna start with a low box. So first I'm gonna do the outside, and I think I like blue. But I don't want to use all blue because then I don't have any blue for the other ones. So I'm just going to pick random colors. So I think front and back I'm going to do with this blue one. And then I think I'm going to use this one for the side if it fits. Oh yep, that fits nicely with the brown on the front. So I think that is my first goal. Using this blue. And what about if we do the inside with a picnic vibe? Is that an idea? I don't know. But let me first start with the outside. So I'm going to try to do this suitcase as many as possible with one set. Maybe we need just another set to mix and match. And then this for the edge, for the top. Something like that. But I always like to have these in front of me just to see them all. And I also have, of course, the backs, but these ones I think fitting nice. But you also have the other ones that I still can use, of course, but I chose first these for the suitcase. I think those fit nice. So what I'm gonna do, I first going to measure this, and I'm not going to measure that, I'm just going to do the same thing with my pencil. And those are my marks that I need, front and back. Yep, front and back. Alright, now what you can do, we use a 1mm, and I think it's strong enough, but if for some reason you don't think it's strong enough, you just can put your blue cuttings on a black piece if you want. Then you get a little bit sturdiness, but yeah, I think it's sturdy enough, but I don't know. If you have any doubts, then you could put some black under. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do that, but let's say that I'm gonna do that. Then I'm first going to cut my blue, and we do need two same ones. Never ever throw anything away. Okay, so these would fit. So I'm gonna grab my black. Always check if you have a leftover piece. And if it's not, then you just can grab a new piece. So what shall we do? Shall we just glue this on? Totally depending on how good that you have cut this. Let's give this a go. I think that this fits marvelous. Oh, this could be even a tiny little bit shorter, but the front and back is fitting marvelous. So yes, I absolutely going to cut this exactly the same. Now I do need my fiskars way up here. Alright, I'm just gonna cut this fraction shorter because I don't want to overlap it. Alright, I'm gonna grab my ink, I'm gonna smudge it, and I'm gonna glue it down on a black so it's a little bit more secure, I guess. And I'm gonna cut it out. Or you also can cut it out and just make it a fraction shorter so you don't see anything coming out. That is also an idea. If you just cut this just a fraction shorter. And if you just put this down, see, it's just a fraction shorter, or just fitting, and you have a nice piece. Yeah, that's maybe a good idea. Alright, so I'm gonna make those two with the black. I'm gonna put that on. Just wow, I really like it. But this is, I saved one piece to do together. Otherwise we will say, you do everything alone. So what I did is I'm just gonna take a narrow little piece smaller than this one, than the design paper one. Then I'm just going to glue this down. So why do I need an extra piece of black? Well, need is a big word. I think the 1mm really, chipboard really is strong enough after you put your design paper on. But for me it's just a little extra that maybe not needed, but I just want to do it. Just to have it a little bit, just a tiny little bit thicker, I don't know. And then I'm just gonna put my tape on the very, very small edge, as close as I can get to the edge. Why do I use tape? Well, just because it holds quicker, and really it's neat and fast, just because. There we go, and there we go. I also gonna use glue. Yep. I also gonna use glue. You definitely don't want to have this falling off, of course. Now watch your... Oh, I totally forgot to smudge the edges. Oh, how stupid of me. That is stupid. I can't smudge that perfect, but don't mess up. Don't mess up. Don't make the same mistake as I did. Alright, what's your design? Put it on. satisfied, I'm just gonna lay it flat and burnish it down. Every corner, every edge. And then I'm also gonna do that on this side of course, but first on the inside. Yes, nice guys. Alright, I think the bottom we also can do. So with this one I first gonna grab a piece of black. Well, I also can use this and then choose a nice design for it. Oh, that's the same size, it isn't? Yep, it is. Alright, so cut this off. And this is for the bottom. Yep. Bottom. I'm gonna wait for this to decorate. Alright, that is done. Now we're gonna do the lids. So what do, well, I was thinking that this one would maybe nice for the edge all the way around. Yeah, that fits nice. I like it. So that is what I'm going to use for the small edges. And then for the top, the top, we're going to decorate later. So for the top, I'm also going to grab a black piece. Just a millimeter smaller. And what paper we're going to use for the top? That's a good one, because I'll be definitely gonna decorate this. This one indeed we need to make this smaller, just a fraction smaller. All right. So for the top, we definitely gonna use a solid one, maybe even something like this. This color fits, I think, nice. Can we do it with the image? I don't think that we can manage that with the image, but we can figure that out later. Oh, we also can use this one. This is also a nice solid one for the top. Also very nice. And otherwise, I think I'm gonna use this one. Yeah. What colors, flowers do I have? This one. Yeah, that fits nice, doesn't it? Yep. Definitely. And some images as well. So, yep. I'm definitely gonna do this for the top. Alright, so let's get to work. Okay guys, what's next? What is next? Okay, I would say that it's maybe a good idea to attach these hinges on here. But then I first go cut the insides ready. Not gluing it in, but I have those ready, so it's easier to measure if this is not attached to the box, to the bottom. So I think that would be a good idea. So what I'm gonna do, exactly the same as the outside, I'm gonna grab some black, and there I'm just gonna go, oh my glasses, there I am gonna put my papers on. So I'm just, for the inside, I'm going to cut this just slightly smaller than the outside. So So that is how I'm gonna measure it. Let's see if I am correct. So terrible to see. I really like my white. Where is my white pencil? Good heaven. And I do have my glasses on, but God, it's so, yep, this I do see. Alright. Here we go. Cutting it here. And here. Check, check, check if this is fitting. And if it's not, then I do see that this can go a little less tighter. So I'm just gonna cut a small piece. I do love my fiskars because it cuts marvelous small pieces. See, that fits amazingly well. So that I am gonna cover with design paper. Then we go to the inside. Let's see, this fits pretty well, but it's not the height. So we're just going to just a little smaller. Let's see. This is really not a good thing to do with, but it can be a little smaller. Yeah, I think it's okay. Maybe just a tiny little bit smaller, but and then when you have this, then you can measure that with the rest. Tiny, look how tiny these pieces are. Love it. Yep, this fits nice. It could be a little tiny bit smaller from this. Yep, this fits nice, perfect. Alright, so let's make the same one on the other side. You just can use the same piece right here, make some marks and cut it down. Is that straight? I think it is. Check, check, check. By the way, the dogs are finally sleeping. Benji and Gratje are sleeping in one basket, and then I think that's, I don't see what Chica is. Chica is, I think, below the table. Where is she? I don't even see her. I'm gonna check that out. Alright, so these are ready. Now we're gonna make the largest one. Is this fitting? I'm gonna make this fit, and I'm gonna do the same height with this one. Alright, and then when that is done, then we can choose our design paper. So what shall we do on the inside, guys? What shall we do on the inside? This is definitely needs a little bit smaller. Just gonna cut down each time a little piece till I have the correct size. Yep, nice. Perfect. Alright, let's make just one more. And then we have all the black pieces for the top. Let's see if I have still leftover pieces. No, I don't think. The long. Nope. Alright. New piece of paper. Let's make the same one. think this one is a little, can be smaller. Okay. This one is not that small. Now it fits. Alright, definitely need to be aware that we're gonna fit that in the right position. Alright guys, so what do we like to see on the inside for our inside? There's also a thing, what we're gonna do on the inside. Definitely I want to do something. Not sure just yet. Oh my gosh, yeah, that is maybe, we do have a full piece. Not just a simple pocket. No. I want to do something here. Not knowing just yet. Okay. Oh my gosh. I need to think about that. Just a second. Wait just a moment. Okay guys. I was just thinking. What if we are going to divide this in two. So we can have a nice storage thing. And then with a closure, so it holds everything down. Is that an idea? I think that's a marvelous idea. So you can hold your cards, whatever you're gonna put in here. Or two. Two? No. I think this is nice. So I just grabbed my leftover pieces, what I had. And then I decided to do an 818, but just check it out which size would fit. So my size is tiny little bit bigger than an 818. It's actually a 8 3/16, and then this is a 1/5/8. So it's a little bit lower than the top. Alright, so first of all we are going to attach some hinges on, so because everything needs to be attached of course. So let me first cut a few pieces, and I think I need 1, 2 below and 1 up. So actually I do need 3 pieces. Here is the piece. Yep. Here we go. Let's cut this down. A little bit the corners. I think you now know already. There we go. Here we go. Burnish it down. Fold it to the out. See, this goes wide in here. So now we're gonna do these hinges as well. So let's cut this down, and with this one as well, 4 pieces is needed. And again, we are gonna cut down a little bit the corners. And then we're gonna attach this. Here we go. Here we go. And one at the other side. Oh, this direction. Here we go. So we have this and this. So let's do the other side as well. Okay guys, so each time when I pause it, I'm thinking, what's next, what's next? It's not in just yet. What's next? Well, definitely we have, I'm gonna make this fitting on here. So that is my next move. So my middle piece is ready. Place it nice on top, so you feel that the chipboard is completely there we go. Alright, and well, now you have this done, you might, this is actually not necessary to do that with black as well, but I have it now right in front of me, so it's easy now to make, if you're going to use the black or don't, then you can use this as a template for your design paper. This is nice fitting. This fits nice. How do we call this? Inner. I'm just going to call this inner. Inner one. Just give it a name so you know where this is going to be attaching. Let's cut another one. Just make it a tiny little bit smaller, as we normally do with our design paper. Check, check, check. Yep, that fits nice. Let's call this inner 2. Inner 2. Alright. Not necessary. We need to have that later. Alright, this is done. This is done. I think we can put this inside. Yeah, we can. So let's measure where this is going to need. And maybe now is a good, this does not fit. But we have this that fits in here. Exactly. Fitting. So what if I already have made a line in the middle. So I am just going to cut this in the middle. You also can have a short ruler, of course, but I did not have. There we go. So this is the half. Place that on here, and I'm just going to make it myself easy. Make the line. Yes. Alright. How I know that this is the line. right here. Still hard to see. Okay, maybe we just can make a line here. I don't know if that helps, maybe. Alright, I'm gonna place this on. Let's see if my glue bottle is awake. Because this one definitely can use some extra glue. You don't want to move this around. Alright, so let's place this down. Checking. Yep. Okay, this is the place where I want it. Yep. Okay, now let's see if I can open these up. Let's go to this side. And there we go. Yes, all right. That went well. Clean it up. All right, so we definitely need to let this dry, but yes, nice. All right, so that's that. What we now can do, well, we have all our pieces right here. I'm not gonna push that down. gonna be needed just a fraction smaller. We have all our pieces and the sides. Where is the next long one? Oh, here it is. And then for these I just need to cut these in the middle, and then I'll have all the pieces that is needed. See, that fits marvelous. Same thing with the other one, with this piece. Cut it down just with a millimeter off. And I think then it's always good. There you go. Yes, alright, so we have all our pieces. Everything fit in here to cover that up with design paper. But we are just going to think, okay, this is my side where I want my hinges on, so this I am not going to cover up, not yet. The sides I also going to wait, because I'm now going to think about the closure, because you definitely want to have a closure on here. So what shall we do? One big window with a tiny closure. Will that, shall we just make two? So you have, alright, again, I need to think about it just a little bit further. Yes, I think I know. So think with me through, guys, right here. So we have these two boxes. So what do you think about making two doors that goes close by, but not just as oh, give me a piece of paper. You're not going to make this just this. We're going to make a piece that slides in here, and then on here we're just going to make that ribbon closure, so to keep it all intact. Yeah, I think that's a nice thing to do. How are we going to do that? Okay, how are we going to do that? Well, we're just going to start first with a piece of paper. I think this fits nice, and everything needs to fit inside, guys, so it definitely needs to have the same size as our little middle, and that was an 818, maybe a little larger, but this fits amazingly well, but it needs to be smaller. So we're just gonna see. Let's give this a go. I am gonna do an 818. 818? Is that not too small? An 814 it already is. I'm just gonna give this tiny little in between, just to make sure that it fits. An 814, 814. In between. I'm gonna do that just to see if it fits. And we definitely need a hinge, so that is also what we are going to do, to slide in here. And I am gonna make this a 3/4 just to have it a little bit more depthness. All right. Let's fold that. Okay, so this slides in here. See? Nicely. Yep, I don't know, I'm glad that I made it in between. And there is still papers need to be on, guys. So all these pieces right here also needs to go on here. So definitely do not make it too wide. So now I think if we are for safe, that I am gonna make it an 818. I think we need it, guys. So I am gonna do that. Just gonna have my ruler again because it's a very tiny little piece and I'm gonna cut off. Here we go. Yes, I think we are better with an 818. Yeah, definitely. Alright, so then we need to know where this slides in. So you can measure, which I normally would like, or you can measure, what's this? And we're gonna measure the inside, not on top, inside we're gonna measure. And for this, yeah, it's actually a 478. So I'm gonna score a 478. Can I do that, or do I? No, I can. I can. I'm gonna put this at my 0, and then I'm gonna score a 478. Alright, and then this is how much, because I definitely want to have to go all the way down. It's a little bit smaller than a 1/3/4, so I'm gonna make the a 158. Let's cut this a 158, 158. You always can go smaller, guys. Shall I then even make it now a 1/3/4? I always can go smaller. Just in case, a 1/3/4. Yeah, alright. So those are my measurements, but you always need to measure yours. So this is a 3/4. This was a 478. And this is a 1/3/4, guys. So yeah, you don't see that. Alright, a 478. And this is a 1/3/4. Yeah, and this is a 3/4. You know that. Those are my measurements. And this one is an 818. Okay. An 818. I'm gonna write it down, but just to see if it fits. You always need to measure your own, because maybe you just moved your inner a little bit, this piece, so maybe you just need to fix that a little. Alright, let's see if this fits. And of course this falls in because we did not attach it, but yeah, I think this fits marvelous. Let me put it on top just to make sure. Yeah, but this definitely needs to go in. I also could make it larger to fit it better. This I could also make it a 1/3/4 to show you better. I'm gonna show you with the other page, this side. Alright, so again, an 818. You're definitely gonna need it. Don't think that yours is too narrow. It's not, because we're gonna decorate the inside. Alright, so what if I do this side as well, a 1/3/4, and I would need to measure if this is also a 478. Oh, this is a little tiny bit wide, a little bit larger than a 478. So it's good that we measured. So it's a little bit larger than a 478. So I'm gonna remove my 0 a little bit to the right, and then I'm gonna score at the 478. And then a 1/3/4. You always can cut it down, guys, always. Let's fold it. Alright, and now you can see, I think, but yeah, see, that is so much better to show you how it looks. This is no problem, I still can use it, but it's better to show if it fits. See, because now you think it does not fit. Let's just remake this so it's easier to show you. It's just easier. It is! It is! By the way, while I was remaking this, yesterday I had my appointment to, I'm just call it a dentist who makes my dentures, because it's not a dentist, but I'm just call it. So I have no idea how you call that person, such persons who make those. So I apologize if I do not mention that. The correct word for that. I'm just calling it a dentist. You know then what I mean. I was thinking that because they apologized for not making my dentures correctly, that and I had to leave it last Friday with them. That and I had yesterday, it was Tuesday, I had a new appointment. So I was thinking, why would I think that? That yesterday, it was today, to pick up my below denture, so it was finished. How wrong I was. Because 1.5 weeks from here, I have another appointment than to do something else in my mouth. And then 1 week after that, it's finished. So at the end, I have now 3 weeks, no teeth denture below. No teeth denture. I have no denture below, the below denture I don't have for 3 weeks. Alright. I don't mind because the fit was horrible. So I definitely don't mind. I don't cry about it. But if you still think that I talk strange, well, that's the case. I only have my upper denture in, because I don't have a below denture. So that is the only thing that I want to say about that. I had no idea. So, okay. That being said, let's put this in. Yes. Nice. That is the idea, guys. So, so this is going to be a page. The outside we're going to glue in. We're going to glue that in. And then here we're going to make a round closure. So these storage things are going to can be open and nicely closed. All right, yep, that I like. We also can make it a see-through if you want that. If you want, then we need to make it now and not after, because I think we need to put this inside. I think. Anyways, I want to know what the left and the right is, so I'm just gonna put the way I have the correct. Yeah. I'm just gonna check. This is the one. No, here is my. This is the upper. Right. So I need to mark that with left and right. Alright, so are we gonna make a see-through? Oh, I actually do like it, but yeah, maybe you don't. Maybe you don't like that. But if you do, then stay tuned. Okay, I am thinking, I was also searching for the clear sheets and I ran out of my desk, but I don't want to get up and go to the storage room because the dogs are finally asleep. So I definitely do not want to wake them. So we still have stuff to do. So what I'm going to do is first cut 1/8 strips that fits on here. So, you know, I love using leftover pieces. So I am going to do that as well with this one. I'm just going to use my leftover pieces. Just because. Alright, so I'm just going to cut this down. And then I'm gonna cut 2 pieces that have 1 inch. And we also need for the back, so if you have enough, then just cut right away another piece. So if you can cut 4 pieces, then that's perfect. I only need to cut this one shorter, a fraction. Then I have my 4 pieces for this piece. Now what I can do the same, but that's maybe boring. Maybe I want a different one for the top. Can we do this one? Okay, choosing, and then maybe on the other. Not sure. Actually, I do want to have it nice and equal. Maybe just all the same ones. I don't know just yet. Can't make up my mind. Let me go right now for this one. So I need 4 pieces as well. And I do need to have them cut down. Still, maybe I can, I don't know, can I do with these as well? Well, otherwise I just can use the piece of a new piece of paper. That's no big deal. No big deal. We have plenty of papers. Alright, cut these all the same size. Here we go. Alright, so I'm gonna start for the long pieces. I'm gonna smooch my edges. Oh, for those who want to know, these are the measurements for the inside top closure pages. Zoom in, yep. For the inside top closure pages, the complete page is 1/8 by 8 1/4, and then I did score a 1 3/4, 4 7/8. Measure this yourself if that is correct, otherwise you need to adjust that a little bit, and then you end up as well with 1 3/4. Alright, so those are my measurements. So I am gonna smooch my edges. I'm gonna take my time. The dogs are asleep finally. This morning I learned Banshee a new trick, and I'm hoping that that leads to a new behaving, I call that training thing. I have a new call, and the call is in Dutch in de mand, meaning that go in your, I call that in English, I don't know, basket, the dog basket. No, it's not the correct word. Well, and anyways, the place where they can take a nap or lay down, so their space. And yeah, she really learned quickly, and I really like that command because I want to show you a picture. It's so cute. It is so cute. Let me see if I have it here. This one is the most perfect one. Look at that. Okay, so this is the mand. So cute, look at those. And how big she is already, so cute. I have another one that I took the other day. This is also so adorable. Look how big she is already. She is now 15 weeks. And at the beginning she was the same size as Gratje, the smallest one. But oh god, no she's not anymore. Just want to show you. I just wanted to show off. And the dog, yeah, the dog is from my daughter. My daughter still lives at my house. So Benji is non-stop with me under my command. But she is at the end. Oh, I just bumped into the camera. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. It will stay still in a second. I'm sorry if I lean forward, then my head is bumping into the one thing here and then my camera is gonna move. So maybe that happened earlier, but that is because my camera is above my head and it's not that steady. It's just hanging on the ceiling, so sometimes I bump into it. So I'm sorry, it's not perfect, but I'm happy with it, sitting here in the middle of the room. I love it. Alright, now I am ready for this piece. So I'm just gonna place that down on the spot where I want it, and I'm gonna make a mark in the corner, and then I'm gonna cut from corner till mark, and then I'm gonna give this a good smooch. And put it on. Here we go. Alright, place that same thing on here. Exactly in the corner. Place a mark and then just cut this piece off. And smooch everything. This Friday my last root is gonna come out. Oh, I am already quite worrying. But fingers crossed, guys. Light a light for me. That the last of my teeth is coming out smoothly. I pray to God for that. And I'm not religious, but then I am. No, it's a joke. Anyways, so that is our frame. And now we're just gonna cut everything out, and these are for the back, but we are not gonna do that right now. We first gonna cut out this piece. Alright, so grab your knife, oh that's right here, and a ruler so you will see correctly. I just love to use just a simple ruler, small one, this one, so I can see perfect. It's a see-through one, so you don't see it, but you just can now gonna cut down with a small edge, still a nice little black edge. You're gonna keep that open. Here we go. Here we go, just a nice black edge as we normally are used to do with the papers. And there you go. All the leftovers you still can use. Alright. Okay, and now is actually the time to put your clear piece on here and the other ones at the back. But I'm now first going to do this because the dogs are still asleep. And I know if I get up, they want to walk with me, and then the piece is gone. So I'm going to do the same thing with that one. Alright? Still other things to do. Yeah, you need to do something. And now if you tell me, why do you have your dog in your craft room? They just want to. Especially my two dogs are very used to be with me wherever I am. If I am at, now not in my bathroom, but wherever I am, they are. So I will not do them any good if I leave them in the living room together with the pup, or leave them in the living room and the pup with me so I can keep an eye on them, on her. I don't want to have my dogs to be punished to not be with me, so I definitely want them all three here. So the pup, I can put that alone in the living room, but I don't dare just yet. And they get along, but they're playful, and then it's noisy, and yeah, that stuff. So now I just have to deal with it, and I'm happy to have them right here with me, and they're now all asleep. So cute. Alright, let's do the same thing with this one. Okay, they're still all asleep, so I'm gonna wait to pick up the clear sheet. I am gonna see where I want my wound ones for the envelope closure. I think I like to have blue. Which one? I do like this one. Which one do you like? This one, or this one? This is also very nice. To have this equal. That is cool, I think. Alright, grab a leftover piece. Let's cut a few. Here we go. You always can cut this down so you can reuse this piece of paper, of course. Never ever I throw anything away. Now this one is not perfect, so I'm just gonna put this one in between. Oh, and we have nice wet weather outside, and that is absolutely what my plants needed. So it's nice to have sunny weather, but rainy weather we also need, guys. We also need rain. There we go. Put these all together. Alright. Give this a nice smooch. There we go, and a nice middle. There we go. Nice. Alright, those are ready when these are ready. Okay, so we're gonna attach these soon as I have my clear sheets on. That's still not the case. So what is next? What can we do more? Guys, the L and the R I don't need right now because I cut it off. How stupid is that of mine? How stupid. Well, it's just gonna see which size it is, but yeah, I think I like it already. So can we attach? No, we still can't attach it, but let's see. I think we definitely can give the inside the papers that it's needed. Yeah, we still can wait for that. I'm just gonna wait. There is still plenty to do. I'm gonna wait for this for just a second. Yeah, it's almost awake. Maybe this is the time to see, and I see it, that 1 3/4 is maybe too high. Not maybe, it is, as you can see. I don't know if you can see that. See that? The 1 3/4 is too high. So I definitely gonna adjust that now. I'm just gonna cut it down using my fiskars. I think I'm gonna cut 2 millimeters off and then go back in and then just see. Yep, now it's nice equal. Do we want it equal or do we want to have it a little lower? I think I like to have it a little lower. So I am gonna cut another millimeter off, or maybe even 2 millimeters off. So it's in. So I'm gonna cut 2 millimeters as well on the other side. I just like to have it in, not completely straight. Yeah, this I like it better. I wanna have it in, not up. Alright, so I'm gonna cut down as well 2 millimeters from this side and the other side as well. Also 2 millimeters away. So as I told you in the beginning, it's always better to cut off. You can't glue something on. And then just check. This side I still want a little. Yep. And guys, we still have to have our papers here, so that is also needed. That we need to put this lower. Alright. Yeah. Now I do like it. So nicely fit inside. And then the closure will be nice. And then this opens up. Cool, that's the idea. Alright. What next is there? What we can do? Well, I was thinking, oh, not throw any hinges away. I was thinking, let's just grab this. If I see this suitcase right here, well, most of the suitcases has this belt around it. Now I was thinking, how can we make that? I don't have any leather, brown leather, to share. I do have, but I don't want to share. I want to keep that for the album. So can we make that ourselves with paper? I don't know, and I'm gonna try. So that is maybe the idea, that I'm gonna take a little how to do that. Well, we can't do that with ink. I don't know. This we still need to, but we can put this away for just a moment. So to wrap this all the way around and also at the top, but you never can have a full one, not if you're gonna use just paper. So you definitely need a middle to attach it. So this is a 4 and a large 8. So let's say it's an 8. That's 8, it's 12, and another 4 is 16. So you definitely need a 17 inch. So that's halfway down. 17, 16, 8.5. Something like that. But alright, so I'm gonna see a little bit how I am gonna do that. Yeah, I also have this paper right here that I also use with the bee. But then again, I don't think, I don't feel it. I don't feel it. I definitely want to do something with the ink. Yeah. So I'm gonna see how I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna show you. Don't go away. I'm just gonna take you with me. What if we're gonna cut down 3 inch, another piece 3 inch, and this is you can use just white. This is my black, not black pearl, pearl gray from Clairefontaine, but you can use also just white. This is just a little off white. And I'm just going to wait just a second. Let me first score. One inch and 1 inch. One inch, 1 inch. Okay. Now I'm going to attach these two. And I definitely need to have my fold lines the same. And that's this. Alright. Now let's fold it. And the reason why I fold it, then the paper is going to be thicker. And not that just cut off. So let's fold the other one nicely around it. And then it looks like this. Yeah, that is nice. So what I'm going to do, I am going to attach. I'm going to put tape here. As well on this side. And then at the end of this one. And as well on this side of the fold line. Now I'm first gonna do the upper. And there you go. Okay, now let's see if we can make a nice color belt. So first I'm gonna do the edges. There we go. Nice. All right, now let's see if we can do the inner. Maybe we just can place a cheaper piece of paper under. Ooh, see? Not bad. We're making circles around it. Oh, there was one guy awake, so I definitely need to take them out for P. But look at this, guys. That looks nice for a belt. I really like the grungy. Je buiten? Ja? Kom maar aan. Okay. Yeah, she sits there and waits to watch me. Ja. Dan moet je buiten, hè? Ja. Kom. Last piece. So what do you think? I like this. Yeah, it doesn't have to be perfect. I really like it. Good enough for me, guys. For a belt. Yeah, but first I'll let the darks out and then finally I can get myself my clear sheets. I will see you in a second. I think we definitely need to make... Yeah, we also need to have for the box as well. We also can't... Oh, maybe we can do the top with just these two. So that is nice. So one more of these and 2 pieces of these at least. Alright, plenty to do.